welcome to the Londonderry View Summer Edition. It's great to be back. We took a month off to kind of get settled into the summer, and here we are. So we have a few great things for you tonight. And Kath, what are we going to start with?
Let's start with ice cream.
Ice cream.
Everybody's favorite treat for the summer is ice cream. The ice cream, okay? So my favorite flavor is maple walnut, and the best way to have it is as a hot fudge sundae with real whipped cream.
With real whipped cream.
And if you can get wet walnuts, they don't. Yeah, I can't find those up here.
Wet
They're like, I guess, like in corn syrup. Smucker's makes it, and they have it down in the New York, Jersey area.
Jersey.
And so you put that on top of it. But yeah, maple walnut with hot fudge, whipped cream.
We should have had some while we were talking about it.
Yes, that would be
So
nice.
yes, I would
Nice.
love one of those.
All right, now we should have brought some with us. We
Yeah.
should have
That
brought
would
some
make
from
a
each
good
of our
dinner tonight.
favorite. That would be good.
I'm licking my lips over here. Like,
Oh, that would be.
Bonnie, what's yours?
My favorite is caramel pecan sugar-free.
Oh.
It is absolutely delicious. You would never know it's sugar-free.
Where do you get it?
At Moose.
In Derry?
Moose
in
and
Derry.
Derry.
And
Shout out
speaking
to-
of Moose and Derry, we're having an ice cream social August 17th from 12:30 to 2:30. Everybody is welcome. Bring your children, grandchildren, and all you can eat. It's an excellent, excellent fundraiser for the senior center.
I think Sherry and I went last year.
Yes, you
Yeah,
did.
we did. And I
Yes.
think we'll be there this year, too.
Yes,
for
oh,
sure.
Who donates
Yeah.
all the ice cream?
And it works out that it's the same week as Old Home Day, so
That's
everything
how I
happens
planned
at the same
it.
time.
Yeah.
When
Smart
I
thinking.
planned it, I wanted it the same week because last time it worked out really
Really
good.
well, yeah.
You know, we had over 100 people.
Wow.
It's a fantastic fundraiser for the center.
Boy, shout out to Moose for donating.
Yes.
That's big.
Yes,
That's,
and another shout out to somebody else who will be taking over for someone else
Yes.
starting in August.
August.
In
Terrace,
August,
yes.
yep, I got a new position.
Very nice.
I'm going to be president of
well
LSCI,
deserved.
Well,
which is
very
Londonderry
well-deserved, Kirk,
Senior
yeah.
Citizens, Inc.
You do wonderful things like
And-
the craft fair.
yes, and it's all
and
fundraising.
the social. So.
We do
gonna
all
be
the
wonderful.
fundraising and everything so that we can buy all the supplies
Supplies,
and
yeah.
stuff for the center.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Sherry, how about you? Ice cream?
This is a strange one. I love every flavor, but I
This
like
is going somewhere.
I like mocha chip though. It's one of my favorites.
Oh,
yeah, I like
And if I had to think of a place, I like so many different places, but I really like our Max Apples little ice cream
Yeah,
stand here in
their-
town.
their ice
And the
cream's good.
reason I like it, one, the ice cream's delicious, but they not only have a kiddie size, they have like a baby kiddie size, and they'll make it for you in a sundae or an ice cream cone, and they're
like an
regular.
extra
is-
small
yeah,
ice
an extra
cream.
small, which is
Yeah.
really
Half a
nice.
scoop.
Yeah,
So
that's
I
good.
love that you can just have a little.
If you
and,
just want to have a little
yeah,
taste and
yeah,
you can't
yeah.
Taste test,
eat
yes.
a
So,
lot,
yeah, they're exceptional. So a shout out to our Max Apples here.
Well, their ice cream is made from Richardson's Ice Cream. That's who they get their ice cream from, which is in Middleton, Mass. It's a big, big ice cream place that has all homemade ice cream. It's unbelievable. The lines, they
Well,
have like a
homemade?
6 or 8 window play, and the lines are all the way out to the
That's how
street.
Kimball's is. We used to go
Yeah.
to Kimball's down in like the Littleton, Westford area. And, oh God, going back like, 40 years ago when we were first married. And we'd go there for something to do. And they made their own whipped cream. It was
That's how
because it
they
used to
do
be a
it.
farm.
Never see that anymore. And
No,
that's
you
your
don't.
favorite
Yeah.
place when we were talking
Yeah,
about it, right?
yeah.
And they do
Kimball's
milk
and
and
us.
everything there at Richardson. And it's unbelievable.
Oh, my
People go from all over. But see, you New Hampshire people
Right,
just
we
don't
do.
go
Right,
down
we
that
do.
way.
That's-
Yeah,
That's true.
yeah.
And Kurt, how about yours? What's your favorite?
Mine's actually pistachio.
Oh, that's
would
different.
Yeah, that's
It's very
good.
different. Yes,
Yeah.
that's what I'm told every time I order it, because I guess nobody else orders it.
Really?
But I like Johnson's ice cream because their larges are like extra large. And it's
Where
really
is
good.
it?
There's one in Northwood, and then there's one over by the seacoast. There's 3 locations. I think there's one in Rochester. Don't quote me on that. But
You really have to travel for your ice
Yeah.
cream.
I do, but it's so worth it because again, all homemade, and
Yeah.
their larges are like 5 scoops. So
Kimball's
it's
used to be
worth the
that way.
money.
I haven't been there in several years, so I don't know what they're at now for pricing, but, and I know they did open a New Hampshire location too in Jaffrey, New Hampshire.
Ooh,
Oh, and
that's a ride too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so,
Well, and I do have one other little thing, since we were
Okay.
talking about ice cream today. Oddly enough, last night, we were up in Manchester, and Meredith and Mackenzie and I decided that we were going to go to the Dairy Queen, because that's one of their favorites. So we went to the Dairy Queen, and I've just never experienced this. We went through the drive-thru. Now, I don't know, maybe you all know this about Dairy Queen. So I ordered there two, whatever they had,
Is
not
it
Frosties,
the
but
Blizzard?
Blizzards,
That's it,
yeah.
Kath, right? So they ordered Blizzards, and then I ordered a cone. So this nice young man, very efficient, we go through, and he hands me the Blizzard cup, and he looks at me, and he goes,
Yep, they tip it upside down.
and I looked at him, and I took it, and I didn't know that.
Yep.
You knew that, Mark.
Yes, I
So
did.
passed
You said that
it
on a
there.
commercial,
The
yeah.
next one comes, and he, again. So I took it, and I thought, and I looked at him. I thought, okay, and he kind of giggled it. But I didn't know, I didn't know
Yes.
Dairy Queen did that. So
If they
anyway.
don't do it, Sherry, that you get your next ice cream free.
I had no
Kind of like
idea.
at Dunkin's, if they don't give you a receipt, or if they give you the wrong price and don't give you a receipt, then you get
Oh,
a free
really?
order. Yeah.
Well, I did, and you knew that, Bonnie. See, and
That's
we've
funny.
gone like up in North Conway. There's a, but and then on my ice cream cone. Now this was crazy. Kitty size vanilla ice cream cone.
Did he
he
tip
looked
that
at me
upside down
again.
too?
Oh, really?
So what
And
do you
it
think I
didn't
did? I
fall
took it and I did it. So that's my. I
Would you
did
have
not
gotten
know
a free
that.
one if it fell when
I-
you
I-
did it? Just out of
I
curiosity.
didn't know, but I didn't. All of the Dairy, I didn't know they did
that's
that.
awesome.
I guess when the kids were little, I
never
paid
noticed that
attention.
either, and I just
You
went a
didn't
couple weeks
either,
ago.
Kirby. See, yeah, fun.
I
Just
heard
with
it on
the
the
Blizzards.
commercial,
Just with
them
the
saying that.
Blizzards.
Yeah, not the cones. I'm surprised.
No, and he did it with the cone too.
Yeah.
Is that to
It
be
was-
that it's such thick ice cream
Yeah,
that it
it's
It's
doesn't
probably to
fall
prove
out?
doesn't.
the fact that it's not going to like melt and fall all over the place.
So anyway, we can be like on TV. Anyway, so a little summer fun to get started with, but anyway, so. good
Speaking
stuff.
of fun events too, and the Ice Cream Social, Old Home Days coming up.
Right.
And we will be flashing a schedule on the screen. But there's the normal fun events every single year, and I feel like every year it gets bigger and bigger. What do we have for
We start out
starting
with
Wednesday night?
We start out on Wednesday night, August 16th, with senior night, and it's a barbecue for all the Londonderry seniors.
Yeah.
It's free. They start off playing bingo. I want to say 4 o'clock.
4 to 5.
4 to 5.
4 to 5, and then you can get online and get your burgers.
And that's at the Lions Hall.
At the Lions Hall. If it rains, it's going to be held at the high school in the cafeteria. And then there's music afterwards, and people walk across the street to the bandstand, and
That's
they can
really
listen.
fun.
Or just if it rains, you're in the cafeteria. and the
Cafeteria,
band
yeah.
you don't have
plays
to
in the
move.
cafeteria.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And then they have
Don't forget about the tickets. They can get them
yes,
at the seniors.
they need to get tickets.
Okay.
And those are at the senior center. So you can come to the senior center Monday through Friday from 8 to 2 and get your tickets for the senior barbecue. And then there's on Thursday night, the 17th, there's kids' night. And then there's a police and firemen's a softball game on Friday. Then there's a concert Friday night and fireworks. And the Old Homes Day Parade is on Saturday, the 19th.
Starting at 10.
Yes.
And actually, if anyone is interested in having their convertible in the parade, yeah, we just put out a little advertisement on our Facebook page. We are looking
Seen
for
that.
convertibles in the parade.
Are you
So
looking for like
I already asked
antiques?
John.
I didn't
No,
know
it's
that.
any convertible. Any convertible. You can contact Christine Patton, or you can contact me. I don't have Christine's email on hand, but you can contact me, kwade@londonderrynh.org. So. Yeah, if anyone knows anyone who has a convertible who
Very good.
they want to flash it off in the parade,
That's exciting.
yeah.
For
So
different people
I
to
actually got a couple people who called me and they're like, "Oh, we're already in the parade. We have a convertible." I'm like, It's not the point. I need the cars that aren't in the parade already." So yeah. So we have a couple people already in the parade, but we are looking. I think Christine said they're looking for like 4 or 5 more. So anybody who knows anybody who has it doesn't even have to be a fancy convertible, but a convertible, and they want to have it in the parade, let us know.
Excellent, excellent. It's,
So-
Maybe I should come with my car.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have one.
I do, my little BMW.
I'll
Yeah.
sit in that with you.
That'd be nice.
Very nice.
It is a great time.
It is, yeah. It's always a fun. It's always a fun
Yeah,
week
it is.
too, and it brings the town together. And I've been to other old home days, and they don't seem as festive as ours.
It is very
It's a
festive.
real
Yeah.
week of everyone
And
coming
I like
Coming
all the
out.
booths on Saturday.
Yeah.
I mean,
They sold
there's-
out this year too.
There's
That's what-
so
yeah,
many
Kathy
booths
Wagner said.
there.
Oh my gosh.
So,
there are.
yeah,
Yeah.
that'll be big and
Hamburgers
exciting.
and
Yes,
hot
yeah.
dogs and sausage.
Over at the
and
Lions
peppers and
Hall.
onions and-
And
Yep.
the 603 beer tent, let's not forget about
Oh,
that.
that's unbelievable.
I couldn't partake last year, but this year.
And then they have the sloppy Judes
Yeah.
The sloppy
from St.
Judes, I love
Jude's.
that, yeah.
Oh, I was like,
St.
the
Jude's,
sloppy.
yes,
I thought it was
that's
the
what they
Joe.
call it
That's
because of St.
right.
Jude's
Oh my
Church. They call
gosh.
it the sloppy Judes.
Judes. That's awesome.
And that's
cute.
real popular
Yeah,
there.
I'll have to
that
try one
really
of those
is.
as a
Yeah.
And you know,
So-
thinking just a year ago, this time at Old Home Days, politicians were popping up all
Yeah.
over the
Right.
place.
Oh,
at
yeah.
Kids Night, because at this point, the presidential race was on.
You still might see a couple because their state election is
Oh,
next
that's
year. It's
right,
every 2 years. So
Yes.
you might start seeing some
Yeah.
of them even this year.
Interesting.
Kind of like walking, mirandering around, introducing themselves.
You never know. And
So-
there's a chance that there might be a taping of the Londonderry View also during Old Home Days. We're working on that. So if you
Fingers
see
crossed.
us there, please come over and say hi too. That would be nice.
Your spotlight.
Yeah, so that would be great.
So
And
kind of
don't for-
moving on to something new, we do with carts, not to change the subject, but if you need a ride to get to Old Home Day.
There you go. Perfect.
So we are doing a 90-day pilot program, which our Assistant Town Manager Lisa Drabick has been setting up with you, Kathy,
Right.
where we understand there's been some issues with CART in the past. So we're just trying to figure out ways that other people can get rides. So do you want to explain a little
It's a
bit?
90-day pilot program. If CART cannot give you a ride,
Mm-hmm.
CART will call me, and then I will schedule a ride for the person with the green cab.
Yep.
And for this 90-day pilot program, the town of Londonderry will pick up the cab fare with green cab. And
Yep.
we're doing it as a pilot program to see how many people actually
forward.
need rides,
Yep.
that CART cannot supply
Yep.
rides for them. So far, we started on July 1st,
Mm-hmm.
and today is July 25th, and so far I've gotten one call, and I've scheduled one ride.
Okay.
So.
And that's a ride that CART couldn't
Right,
accommodate.
so the
so.
procedure is you need to call CART first.
Yeah.
If CART cannot accommodate you, CART will call me.
Okay.
People don't call me directly because I cannot book you a ride. It
Yeah.
I have
Have to go through CART.
Right, I
So
have
that
to be
way
told
they
by
can,
CART.
That
And
way
we
we can
keep-
get a specific head count of how many people
Right,
are
how
not
many
being
we're going to be
accommodated by
paying for,
CART.
and what the need actually is
Yeah.
for the town.
So awesome.
So,
Okay, so and we sent out postcards to all the 55 and older
busy
communities
this week doing that.
in
You
Londonderry.
sent out a lot
So
of
and we
them,
haven't
yeah.
received any back, which means they were all delivered. Thank you to our planning
great,
department for
that's great.
providing
Very
those labels.
good.
Good.
And there's an ad on the cable TV
On the
running
cable
for it as
TV,
well.
yep, and then on our website and Facebook page.
And
too,
it's been
so.
in the newspaper.
Yep. So hopefully
Very
we will
good.
see it.
We've tried to cover all of our bases.
Yes,
so-
yes.
Very
Great job,
good.
Kathy,
So
though.
hopefully,
And
I
Lisa,
mean-
Good.
great job.
Hopefully the
together.
program goes well, and either way we come up with a solution going
Right,
forward.
right. If we actually
Excellent.
need to supplement CART, or
Yeah.
we don't.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Excellent.
too bad we
it-
didn't
it's-
have Earth Cam to watch carts.
And it's also, it runs, the green cab would run during the hours that CART runs.
Yeah.
Whereas CART doesn't do Saturday and
Sunday, Green Cab does.
No, we're
Oh,
not
we're not
supplementing
supplementing.
Saturdays and
Okay.
Sundays. It would be in the time frame that CART is running.
Okay.
If they can't do it, then they'll get in touch with me.
Okay. Very
And the
nice.
hours for that is 8 to 5? Is that what they
8
are?
to 4:30, Monday through Friday, is the CART hours. So if it's something during that time frame and they can't assist you and get you where you need to go, we will get you a cab.
Awesome.
Very good.
Yeah. So
Exciting.
Yeah.
And we've been looking at that topic for a long time. and
yeah.
Yes,
So it'll
and-
to
be
finally
great.
go
So,
forward. with
yeah,
something.
you either go forward with something or put it to bed
Right.
Yeah.
and be done with it.
From the
But-
sounds of it, it sounds like it might be put to bed.
Yeah.
So we'll see going forward.
Yeah,
though.
see how
Stuff, though.
things work.
So
Why don't we, Sherry, you went to New York City. Tell us about it.
yes, you had a very special
I
visit.
had a New York minute, I guess you could say. And John had a business trip, and at the last minute he said, "Why don't you come along?" So I did, and I'm a real Londonderry girl, not so much a big city girl, but it was really exciting. Saw a lot of different things, and great adventure. But the best part was that a couple people suggested I go to the Real View, we're the Real View, but to the View and try to get on the show. And it was kind of last minute thing. And my daughter went online, and of course the tickets were sold out. It's free, but you have to have a ticket to get in. But since it was just me roaming the great city of New York, which is scary anyway, a wonder.
I could just picture you on the street.
I know it.
It was like finding Waldo. Like where is she? And it was interesting. But a couple wonderful people who worked at the hotel said, just go to the View, show up, and maybe you'll get in, because I was a single. So I caught a cab, which was interesting, and and did all that.
Uber?
I probably should have tried Uber, but I went with the cab. And now cabs are not like the old days where you reach in and you could touch the person if you needed to. Now you kind of there's a big thing, and it was hard for me to not have someone to talk to, because that I was looking. I was
that must have drove you crazy.
Yeah, that was hard. This big glass, and then when you finally stop in front, there's a machine now, and even
And
a
you
little
slide
TV.
your card.
And
Yes.
you were in New York not too long
Oh,
ago,
yeah.
and you just slide your credit
Yeah.
card in, which is great if your credit card's working well, but and I'm like, no, I'm swiping, and he's looking at me, like, lady. And then I tried another one. Finally, I got it, and then you even get to pick how much tip do you want to give him. Well, after the 20 minutes of waiting to get me out of the car, I gave him a big tip, and there I am in front of ABC, but there's not a soul there, and everyone's telling me about these lines, the View, any show you go to, there's lines, people waiting outside. So I go, flowering in to the desk, I'm
she
here
looks
for
like?
the View, like, how, and there's no one, and they go, go around to the side. I guess I should have been there at like 7:30, but the show started, they wanted you in at 10, it's like 9:45. And so I go down the side, and I'm thinking there's no one around, but there were 3 security guards, so I went up to them. I thought maybe it was a spoof, like maybe they were just saying, "Hey, go down there," And I said, "Hey, I wanted to get in to see the View. We have a show, the Londonderry View," and the New Yorkers are looking at me like, "Lady, we don't care. That's great, And then they said, "Well, do you have a ticket?" No. And they said, "Well, it's your birthday today. It's your lucky day, and we're going to get you in." And then they look around like, where did this lady come from in this alley, this street? And they go, "Do you have any friends with you?" And after being pretty much alone for 3 days, I'm like, "No, I have no friends." And I'm like, "Will you be my friends?" Just kiddingly. And they're like, "All right, we'll be your friends." So they led me in, and there you walk in, and there's coffee, and there's treats, and all the other
Did
people.
you go backstage?
Well,
Did they offer that to everybody?
This is like the holding room, where you're all. But these poor people had been there since 7:30 in the morning.
Wow.
And here you just walked in.
Just by the grace of God, I walked
just
in.
walked in.
So they put me in the seat, and I get my coffee. So that was all really nice. But then you wait about another hour. But there's snacks, there's food, and ice cream. No ice cream. And then you have to go in. But it's kind of interesting because, again, I'm by myself, so they walk us in, and there's the set, which surprisingly is not much bigger than what we have here. Maybe double the size, tables similar.
It's big.
Yeah, kind of. And but online, my daughter had read that where they want you to cover your shoulders. So actually, I wore what I have on.
It's like when you walk into the Vatican.
Yeah, they want your shoulders
Your
covered,
shoulders.
and like in bold colors. They want you to be bright, and they didn't want you to wear white, black, and something else. So I put on this dress. Luckily I had it in a suitcase. And oddly enough, we're all corralled waiting to go in, and they're picking like, 3, they put them back here, 2. And
So
then
they're not assigned seats, they
they're
pick you from the
not.
crowd?
They really pick where they put you.
Nice.
And so they got to me, And they said, oh, and there I was right up front. They put like, so here I am, and Bonnie, about where you are, there's Whoopi.
Oh, wow.
Right there, you know? And right up in front and listening to them, it was fascinating to just see, because they're not that much different than what we do here. And Caitlyn Jenner was one of the hosts, and she was beautiful, I have to say. Beautiful. Yes, that was a debate we had, but yeah, she is beautiful, very well
She
spoken.
got a nice picture of her walking out
I
of the
know.
building.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Like those heels, holy crap.
And so it was just a great experience, and you know, I noticed that they interact very much like we do. They have a teleprompter. What they have that we don't have, though, is an audience, because they really, and Whoopi said a couple
Are you
times.
saying we should have
Yes,
one?
that's what, down the road. So if 2 or 3 people could show up, and just because they must have spent a half an hour before telling us to clap and clap louder, you know, and kind of to get the crowd
There's
going.
machines for that. We have one of the audio clappers.
Maybe that's it, you know. And they really count on the audience to energize the conversation. So so it was a great experience.
That's so cool.
And I sat next to a nice man named Dan, who actually is a book reviewer and pushes different books on. And in this show, they were talking about summer books. So at the end, they gave us 6 brand new books.
Wow.
And this was one of them, The Dry, that I've read. Phenomenal mystery book, great. And Dan, that I sat next to, is credited in the book because he was one of the people, again, to pass the book on to be published. And he was just a great guy, and he was, you know,
Wow.
there as a guest. But it was
Very cool.
great experience. But, you know, I know they're professionals and all of that, but what our cable studio does
professional.
here, we're professionals.
That's right.
I was very impressed with us. So it was a
Very
great
good.
adventure.
That's
It really
awesome.
was.
Did
Yeah,
you
so.
get to talk to any of them? I
Well-
mean, could you, where you were so close to them?
You know, I
You didn't
really.
pull one of them aside and start talking to them.
I know it.
We
You
have
just
this
heard.
I was trying to be a little, you know,
Low key?
a little low key, but you know, because they wouldn't even let you take pictures. Once they
wow.
started, you could, if you had a camera, you could, but not your iPhone.
See, I would have been
And
horrible. I would have been that person
was
with
so
the iPhone
tempted.
right here, like taping the whole
And they
thing.
would have
Yes.
walked up and snatched
Yeah,
it
I
out.
would never
Yeah.
see my phone again.
And they even had like a comedian that came out for the first like 45 minutes to warm us up, which he was great, making us laugh. And then with your cell phone, so I had to ask Dan, who great young man, but I'm like, Dan, can you, you know, they wanted him powered off, so mine's making all these noises, and I'm like, Dan, can you power it off? And he did, you know, and the comedian said something like, poor Dan looked like he was being held hostage, so, you know, sitting there next to me. But it was really, it was, you know, it was
That's
an honor.
an experience of a
Yeah,
lifetime.
it
Yeah.
was really
That's
kind
so
of fun.
cool.
And,
Yeah.
now you asked Bonnie, though, did you get to talk to him? You really didn't, because they walk in and some of the shows I've heard, they come up and they touch and they shake hands. They came in and they sat down, but what was really impressive, when they went to commercial, which was often, the cast, the host, turned and talked to and interacted with the audience as a whole. And you could ask questions. They gave you cards, and I was going to mention, had they heard of the Londonderry View? But I thought,
Have
be
we
a little,
written to them yet out of curiosity?
yes, a couple the night before too, in case. But so I was a little more reserved. And what Whoopi said, which really impressed me, was when things relating to, I guess you could say, Democratic topics came on, the crowd went crazy. And in the beginning, they asked, are you a Democrat? You know, how many Democratic people, Republican? And they didn't ask independent, which is what, you know, what I would, and
Right.
you, Bonnie, right?
Right.
And so I, you know, but Whoopi turned to us and said, look, you know, if you're Trump supporters in this room, please scream out, yell. Don't feel that we're going to get mad, we're going to yell, like, because we want everyone to feel comfortable, and they want their show to be, which I was impressed, because honestly, I didn't know what I thought of Whoopi before
You see
this.
her on screen. You don't see what she's like off screen.
And
Yeah.
she was like one of, they all were, but
She's
like.
a fantastic
she-
actress,
I was
too.
really
Yeah.
impressed, and she said, look, we want it to be like, it's your crazy uncle, we're sitting around, it's late at night, we're talking about politics, people are getting mad at each other, but then when it's done, we're all friends, we hug, we great, and we want you to voice your opinions. And I thought that was, and she said, that's what's missing in society, and I agree
Yeah,
with her, because
Yeah.
if we don't agree, then you're gonna, you know, someone's gonna, not us,
People
but
take it
someone's
too
gonna
seriously.
hold it against us, and they're gonna yell at us if they, you know, and she said, you know, we should be able to interact and then walk away and go on with our lives. So I was very impressed with her. But yeah, and I think our goal, maybe at some point, the 4 of us will go to take in the
Road
view.
trip.
Road trip.
That would be,
Yeah,
I'd
so-
That would be
enjoy
really
that.
fun.
Yeah.
I wonder how much tickets go for normally.
You know the great thing? It's free.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
gonna
of
just
the
say,
kidding.
free
So
ones.
maybe we should just set that up tonight.
Yeah, we should. And yeah, it is. It's free. They prefer that you have the tickets ahead. But you know what? As a single, like 4 of us it wouldn't work. But
Unless
with
we
one,
walked in wearing our logos.
oh, you know what?
Yeah.
You know, you're probably right. We probably would get in then. And then what Kirby was mentioning, oddly enough, when I came back on Thursday night, I had an email from a resident, and this is where it's kind of wonderfully spooky, I guess. Webcams. She sent me an email because people knew that was my plan, and she said she was looking at the webcam of Times Square, and she saw a lot of jaywalkers, but she was looking to see if she would see me passing, and.
Does she have nothing to do that weekend? Was she watching you the whole time? Like,
Crazy,
actually?
you're right, crazy, right? And then we got talking about it, all of us when we had our meeting,
Right.
and you can see. I mean, these webcams, you don't know where they are, but if you check, everyone that's watching at home, you can pick like Times Square, different. Kirby, where else do we see?
Times Square,
well, we
Hampton Beach.
Hampton has
Beach.
the live
The
view
major
of the beach.
cities and towns throughout the United
Yeah.
States, and even overseas too. There were the Bahamas. There was
Oh, that's
Mexico.
right, you
There was
let
one
them-
in
That's
Mexico.
amazing.
And you
Isn't
can
it
honestly just
scary? It is
Google, and it
kinda
will give you the
scary.
closest one. It's called EarthCam. And it'll, like, I sat and watched the Bahamas all day yesterday. Like, it was just nice. I was like, oh, I want to be there right now. So you can Google, like, if you go on this website, and you can look up any city or town, and it'll bring you, to a relatively close one if there's not one in that city or town. And it's just a live view. Times Square has, like, 4. There's 4
Yeah,
different angles.
And you
Yeah,
could
and it's
see
all
people.
live.
Yeah.
It's insane.
So had I
It's
been
creepy.
walking by,
It's very creepy. You always know Big
yeah.
Brother's watching, but at the same time, you brought up a very good point
Yeah,
the other
Kathy
day.
Yes,
did.
is the fact that we caught the Boston Bombers.
Yes.
We saw the video of them and leaving off the backpack.
So
it was, right?
And I'm
So-
sure when that incident happened in Times Square, where the guy ran his car through Times Square, I'm sure they had footage of that too. So while it's creepy, at the same time, it is helpful.
we need it for security
Yes.
purposes.
Yes.
makes you feel safe.
But it
in-
makes
in
you.
a-
I
yeah.
wonder-
Yeah.
I wonder if that's how. Remember the girl coming out of? I can't.
The
It was
health
a
club?
gym, the health club,
and she got someone beat her.
she
That-
got beat.
but
they
the
just
Rochester-
caught that guy.
Yeah, they
It was
did.
in Rochester.
Yeah, they
right.
caught that guy. He was in Rochester. So
but I wonder. I mean, because it was so clear.
Yeah.
I
Because
mean,
there's
of
security
him-
cameras in the parking lots.
So
Yeah.
businesses have their own security cameras.
cameras,
Right.
These security cameras
the
are
EarthCam.
through EarthCam, and so
Right.
it's and so on top of all these business security cameras,
Yes.
there's
There's so
EarthCam
many, yeah.
cameras, and then you've got Google Earth
I
and
mean,
everything
really.
else.
You really can't
You're
get
never in
away with
private, even in
anything.
your own house, I'm sure. So.
But I mean, it's good too because they have them on the top of the traffic lights.
yeah,
So they can catch
they can
the
take
cars that go
license
through.
numbers and stuff
So
like that.
if someone's been kidnapped, they
Yeah.
can say, hey, that car
Yeah.
just
That's
went
why
through this
the Amber
intersection.
Alerts they go through
Right.
so quickly, also because people share them on Facebook now. But
Yeah.
but yeah, because they can.
Well,
catch
I was
the,
watching something on the news this afternoon. You know the things that you clean your floor with, the Roombas?
Roombas?
Roombas.
Roombas.
Oh yeah, the vacuum
They-
cleaners.
Some of them are mapped for the whole area of your house.
Oh yeah. Oh,
They
some of them
can
can.
s-
Supposedly,
they
some
can-
of them can like go down the stairs.
But I
didn't
mean,
know
they
that,
see, they can see,
See everything, and they'll-
everything,
and they sense when
wherever
they
it
hit-
was
yeah.
made.
They
Yeah, it was.
They sense when they hit a wall
creepy.
too, and they
didn't
won't.
they say something about the new TV sets have something in them, and you have
Apple
to
TV?
you have to put a
Smart
cover over
TV.
it, the
Or over your
smart TVs,
laptops.
We have a
because
smart
they can
TV. I
see
think
into
that's
your
what.
room.
Yeah, because it's like a little thingy at
A
the bottom of
camera
our
or
TV.
something that
yeah.
can see into
Because
your
our living room TV is
actual
the
room.
smart TV, and
Yeah.
they can.
Oh my goodness.
You know, have you guys ever seen Snowden, the movie? You know how it's all about
I didn't see that one.
Okay,
no,
it's
but I know who you're
Edward
talking
Snowden's the gentleman who worked for the NSA, and he released all that information, pretty much stating, "Hey, we're watching you."
Yeah,
Yeah, it was a
that's
fantastic
something.
movie. Everyone should watch it.
I've never seen
And it's creepy because you could literally, he went through logs and logs and was able to like see into somebody's random living room,
Yeah,
and it's like it's creepy.
Yeah,
You're
it
always
is.
being watched. I mean.
Right.
but imagine putting that vacuum in your house, thinking that's all right, and somebody wherever you got that vacuum they can see
Yeah.
everything that's going on in
It's
your
creepy.
house.
It's creepy.
Oh, my God.
I
Where's
don't
it
know
gonna go in 20
exactly,
years?
right,
Where
but
are
I
we
don't
in
know how
20
it
years?
actually worked. It was just a big thing
Yeah.
I seen on TV, and I'm like, oh my God.
I know.
I mean, you know.
20 years, our glasses are gonna have cameras in them. And
Well, they already have the glasses that have
They
the,
do?
those, it has, oh, I don't know what they're called.
I know
You
what you're talking
I've seen it where
about.
it's got like a little map on the, and you could
It's almost like
see
a
it.
GPS kind of.
Yeah,
Yes,
Oh,
I
wow.
know.
yeah.
are they like
In the
Apple
frame-
They're
glasses or
making them. I
something?
think you can buy them. I know.
Are they available now?
Boy,
God,
we'll
it's
have
like
to
I
find
want
that
there.
out for the next show. We'll have to find that out.
So,
and then
yeah.
we have one last shout out to our wonderful
Senator John McCain.
Senator
Yes.
John McCain. So
Yes.
sad news.
Sad news, wish him the best.
Yeah.
But
He's a fighter.
He
a
even
fighter.
showed up to the vote today. I heard.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
he
I
did.
saw he was going to go, but I didn't get a chance to check on the
Did
news
he
any
fly
further.
or did he drive? Does anybody know? 'Cause I
I'm
know.
I
guessing he
don't
had
know.
he must have flown. He was out in Arizona.
Well, they were talking.
So-
oh yeah. So okay.
So he
Last
was
night
going
they were
into
talking
Washington.
about
Yeah.
how long it would have taken him to drive, but yeah, he would have needed a longer.
Good
than
man, and he's come
overnight.
to Londonderry many times and to New Hampshire.
Yeah, he's been to
supporting-
Atkinson.
Yeah, just
The
just
reason I
is,
got
it's
involved in politics
wonderful.
Oh, Kirby, you
before
said
Romney
that. That's
in
right.
08. I mean, I really didn't start volunteering until Romney, but he's the main reason I had any interest in politics.
Oh,
I think he's very
Yeah.
classic.
He
Very
is.
classic.
absolutely.
Very
So-
much
No,
so. And
our
we would
thoughts
all
and
wish him
prayers,
the
all-
best.
Yeah.
Yeah, good thing.
Hopefully, we'll have a positive update at the next
Yeah,
show. So.
that'd be nice. That'd be
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
That would be
But
good.
But,
he's a
but-
fighter. And
Yeah.
speaking of shout outs, we are now shouting out in all the Derry living rooms as well, aren't we?
Yes, we are. I turned on my TV Sunday, and to my surprise, I see us on Derry Cable. And I have
awesome.
been calling them because we have a lot of people in Derry that are very interested in us.
Right.
So I've been calling and trying to get us on there, and I noticed, and I says, oh my gosh, here we are.
Exciting.
So
That's
you
they
have
picked
to
us up.
look, right, they picked
Right,
us
yeah.
up, but you're gonna have to look, they're gonna have to
At their
look
schedule
at
online.
the schedule
Yeah.
online.
But it's channel 23, right?
It's 23.
Very nice.
Yeah, so that's a good thing.
That's exciting
Yes.
for us. It really is.
So now people in Derry, if anyone in Derry or anyone else who's watching throughout the United States,
Yes,
And
because
Canada.
you can get us on YouTube.
on YouTube,
On YouTube.
we do have an email address. It's the Londonderry View, the number 4 at gmail.com, and we'd like to hear some guests you'd like to see, some ideas you'd like us to talk about. I mean, ever since we got the email, it was slow to start, but now it's like really picking up. So
Means the world.
yes, it does, and we even get like awesome job emails, which is kind of nice. 'cause
Yeah,
it's
which
a
means the
good
world, 'cause
confidence boost for us.
Yes.
So yeah, so if anyone would like to see anyone special or hear any specific topic, feel free to give us a shout out.
And we
So-
also have our own Facebook page now.
Right.
Oh,
Thanks to
yes.
Kirby.
Yeah.
Thanks to Kirby.
Yeah,
And so you can also find us at the Londonderry View and connect with us on your Facebook.
Yep.
It would be wonderful.
Yep.
Yeah.
Comments, suggestions, and
so on and so. We'll post episodes there too.
Yeah,
so.
absolutely.
Yes,
And,
And
if-
we have a lot of followers on there right now. Yes, we really do.
and we have several guests lined up.
Yeah.
we really do
And
for-
if our governor, Chris Sununu, is watching, we're waiting to hear from you.
we're waiting.
We've tried your office several times. I spoke to you in person. So give us a
Jane,
buzz.
hi.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'll
Awesome.
mean the world. And in all fairness, they did have a date, and we had to
We had to
reschedule.
reschedule.
My fault. So, but
We forgive you. We forgive you.
So we are really looking forward to our governor being here.
Yeah.
He was excited when you spoke to him
Yes,
directly,
I
Kathy.
spoke with him
so-
right in person, introduced
Yeah.
myself, and
So that's wonderful. And a lot of other good surprises coming up in the
Yeah,
next season.
yeah.
So thank
Next
you all.
season.
Next season.
Yes, we
Season
are. We're gonna
3.
have a lot of
Season
people.
3.
And
Season
hopefully,
3.
you can tell them we hopefully see them at Old Home Day.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely,
And the
yeah.
ice cream
Should
social.
be there. Yeah, we should be
Absolutely.
there.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
our goal.
We're
And
hoping.
our wonderful cable center is working on that for us. And remember, it's all volunteers. So we all need to make sure we thank them for all they do
Yes,
too, which is
they're
wonderful.
Definitely.
So,
That's you, Helen.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
our Helen, our Al,
Al,
Aaron,
and Aaron,
everybody.
Drew, overtime,
whole
Yes,
above
yeah.
and beyond with
the
their
crew
job.
here.
Yeah,
We
so,
appreciate it.
Yeah. so-
But again, thank you for watching us. us and listening for ideas that you might send in. And happy, happy summer. And we'll see you next time. Good night.
Bye.
Good
Good
night.
night.